I'm muted. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Top Bins. We're back after match week 3, and it's just me and Charlie right now. John C. and Prime should be here, but if not, it'll just be Man United Spurs, and everyone else can hold that. I guess maybe we'll deduct a point. We'll see. How you doing, Charlie?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, just us two at the moment. So we'll see. We'll see who else turns up. But yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Good to be back on the show.
Yes,
Should be quite a bit to talk about today. So looking
definitely.
forward to it. So yeah, thanks Sky for having me on. And yeah, like I said, looking forward to it. So
Yeah, I mean, even though it's just us right now, I feel like there's still quite a bit to talk about between our two clubs with like the weekend and then obviously, us losing to Grimsby. So, um where do you want to start first, I guess, since you're the guest here, you can pick.
well, I was gonna say it's your show, so it's up to you. But I don't mind. Look, I'll say as it's your channel, we can start with Man United because I
Okay.
think there's more to talk about with you guys.
Yeah. Okay, well, as we know, transfer window's over. So
Yeah.
everything's pretty much solidified for all of us until January. And we've had our windows and you since we've spoken, you've gotten Javi Simmons. So um I would say for me, I'm glad we got a goalkeeper, so that's a good thing. But our midfield is in dire need of help. And the fact that we couldn't get anything over the line for this window is not good. And so I'm very worried in that regard. So with the way things have played out, maybe like a 6 or a 7. I haven't seen Lemons play, so I don't know. Like, I don't know if he's even any good or not. I'm assuming he is. But yeah, maybe a 7 because our attack needed those signings, but I don't know. That's just for me. Um, and then obviously we played Grimsby Town, and then we played Burnley. And I'm just gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't watch like pretty much any football because of what I was doing family wise. Um, but I did watch the highlights, and yeah, we just scammed another Bruno penalty, and Cunha got hurt, and it was just a lot of the same. So I don't know. I think I was more embarrassed that we lost to Grimsby, and then you know we come out to Burnley at Old Trafford and didn't really do too much. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Charlie?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, your transfer window. I'll talk about mine once we come on to Spurs, of course. But yeah, you guys, obviously you needed to fix that front three. I think Cunha and Mbeumo are good signings. Sesko is a big question mark for me. I
Yeah, I don't know.
think this is just my feeling. He just has flop written all over him in the sense that he feels like another Rasmus Højlund in the sense that spent big money on a young striker that didn't really have the best numbers in a different league. So I don't know. Maybe look, I could be wrong, but he just kind of feels that way. But though, like I said, those two signings you made great signings. You needed a midfielder, didn't happen. Like you've got like people like Casemiro who are like who's done basically. So yeah, I don't know why. I mean, you're looking at Baleba, but I'm not sure why you guys didn't have an alternative. And the goalkeeper, look, Lamens, I've never seen him play. I think that you guys, if you'd moved faster, could have got Donnarumma ahead of City if you had kind of gone in there quickly because they couldn't get him until they sold Edison. So maybe
Right.
that could have been something that you could have gone for. But we'll have to see what Lamens is like. Like I said, never seen him, so that's sort of a question mark. But in terms of your two games, the Grimsby one was weird because I was considering watching it, and then I was like, nah, it will be an easy win. Premier League against what League Two, and then I saw you guys go you guys go 1-0 down, and I was like, okay, I have to see this. And then the rest, Onana doing Onana things. Honestly, like, look, with all due respect, like one of the worst goalkeepers I've ever seen. Like he is awful, and I think that even Lammers, even though we haven't seen him play, he's probably better. Like there's a very good chance that he's better. So yeah, you had to sign a goalkeeper, and then yeah, the penalties that it went on for a while. But look, all I'm gonna say about Grimsby is I've been there. For those watching, I was saying to Sky backstage. For those watching, I'll just remind you guys that in 2019 we lost to Colchester on penalties after drawing 0-0. So I've been there for these sort of cup ups. I mean, Ange nearly lost to Tamworth last season. So we had to go to extra time in that game. So yeah, look, it happens. I've seen it, but yeah, for Man United, it's obviously embarrassing for any Premier League side. But then obviously you guys played Burnley. Didn't see the game live, but I watched it back, and yeah, it was horrific to be honest. Like pretty much, needing a last minute penalty to beat Burnley at home, it's not great. Like obviously letting in 2 goals. Yeah, it was sort of scamming a win, but obviously you needed to just get a win either way in that game with the start of the season you've had, especially after losing to Grimsby. You had to respond with some sort of result, and look, you got the result, so fair play. But I think just looking at Man United, like a lot needs to improve. But at the moment, I'm not sure how I see it happening or how I see it happening because, like Amorim, I mean, I rated Amorim at Sporting, but it's got to a point for me where he has to change the formation because it's like the 3-4-3. I don't think you guys have the players at all to play that formation. Like you don't have, apart from Dorgu, there's no natural wing backs. You don't have enough legs in the midfield to play a midfield 2. So I think it's got to a point where he has to change the formation to have a chance of improving things. But at the moment, I don't see it happening because he seems like he doesn't want to change it. So
He's not going to.
yeah, it doesn't sound like he's going to. So look, it's a messy situation. Like I said, especially consider. I thought you guys had a good window in terms of the players that came in, like Cunha and Buemo, good signings, but I don't think you had enough signings. So
I think to your point, Charlie, like then you could argue that did Ineos maybe recruit to help him then if they didn't get in players to kind of help the formation, especially in the midfield and wing backs because we got Leon, but like he's not going to play Leon.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. It's hard because obviously, I mean, you guys have been through a lot of managers. So I don't know if they're signing players that they think could fit in multiple systems and they're kind of not spending money on specific system players because they've been burnt from that in the past. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say really. So yeah, I mean, who is it in the chat? Scammer him. Like that's what it was over the weekend. So
yeah, I mean, the first goal was an own goal, and then Mbumo scored, and then outside of that, we just had the penalty at the end. So it's 3 goals on the board, but one was a pin, one was an own goal, and then Mbumo actually got 1, which was good. So yeah, I don't. Every time I think about my club, my head starts to hurt because I just don't know what we're trying to do, and Eric Ten Hag got sacked from Leverkusen as well,
yeah.
and Prime loves to mention that. Well, Amorim's still at United.
Eric 7 Hog.
Yeah. But I mean, we'll see. I'm happy for international break. I think Cunha getting hurt then, even though you never want to see it, probably is a blessing because like he has that extra time to rest up, and hopefully he'll be back. But I don't know. And then we play City, so that could go either way. Big up to you, Prime. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
All good.
Should have got Martinez from Villa. See, I don't know.
Guys been poor for 2 years.
I'm okay with to me, I'm okay with like getting somebody that is new, is different. It just depends on if he's good enough. I mean, that's their job to know that, but my club, man. It just sucks. And then if we end up playing Grimsby Town twice and we lose again, I'm gonna lose it.
Why would you play them twice?
Because they had that thing with they had a player play that wasn't registered. And so they said United could appeal in like 4 days time, which I don't know if we're going to do. And I don't know if that means like because they got fined obviously, but they said United could appeal. So if we do and we win, do we play them again? It's just weird.
I don't think anything's going to come of it, to be honest.
No, I just think they get fined, right?
They got fined, but they said we
fined.
could appeal, which I don't know what that means.
No,
we had a 4 day like window.
Albiol, it's too embarrassing because even if you beat them, then
Exactly.
it's embarrassing. So yeah, it's not worth it. Just take the loss.
I mean,
I
what's
agree.
even more? Do you know what's more embarrassing is like the Colchester thing I was talking about. Guess what? A week later, our under-21s played them in the what's it called, the Papa John's Trophy or something.
Mm.
You know that trophy for like League One and League Two teams. Our U21s played the Colchester first team and beat them. That's the more embarrassing.
Oh,
So
after
that
your
made it
first
even
team
more.
just lost.
Yeah, and then our U21s beat them in the Papa John's Trophy.
Yeah. Grimsby should be kicked out if it was the other way around. United would have been kicked out. I don't know. I don't think so. I would assume it would be the same, right? But I mean, I don't know how these things work.
Yeah, you're just playing victim. It's okay. I don't know. United are interesting. I don't know.
Very
United are
interesting.
And then I think
Yeah.
the biggest disappointment with my club is like we got nobody for the midfield. That scares me. And the fact that we have to like potentially wait till January to try to do something, I don't know.
I mean, okay. When do you think your board will sack Amber? Not when you want him to be gone, but when do you
Yeah.
think they'll actually sack him?
That's a good question, Prime, because I was hoping that with the way everything happened with the Ten Hag, they would have learned because, as we all know, Ratcliffe came out in an interview with Gary Neville and said the mistake was we kept Eric Ten Hag when we shouldn't have. And it kind of feels like they're making that mistake again with Amarin because we're like, okay, wait till the international break, then wait till after Chelsea, then wait to the next. Like, you keep making these like different, moments or like, I don't know, you make these different like, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I guess checkpoints in terms of where you want to fire him, and it's just going to backfire on us because then you're wasting time. And then if Amram ends up not getting any other points or winning any other games, and then we get kicked out of the FA Cup, then are you going to sack him? And then it's what, November, December, and we're screwed. So
The FA Cup starts in December.
No, I think it starts in January, right?
Oh, January.
I think so. I think so.
Oh, okay. Okay. The reason why I ask is because, for those of you who may not know, AFCON is this year.
Yeah.
It starts in December instead of January, and you guys, some of your better players are African. Ahmad and Buemo, Mazwari.
Which hopefully he's back.
And if you sack Amarim in November, December, that means your interim or your new manager is going to have to deal with a depleted squad, which isn't necessarily fair on him. However, if you let Amarim get through that December, January period without your better players, I mean, you're bad now. Without like Ahmad and Mbuemo, you guys could be even worse. And who knows how many points you guys could have in terms of being in an actual relegation battle. And the next guy that comes in, who's to say he necessarily does even that much?
Could you imagine if Ollie comes back because he's just been sacked from?
There's no way they could do that.
I don't think it'd be Ollie. Yeah. I think it'd be like Carrick. It'd probably be Carrick that would come in. As
he did it before. Yeah.
But it's just like United have to pick the right moment because now you beat Burnley. City are very bad defensively, so you could actually get a result against them. However, Amarim has not won back-to-back games in the Prem, so maybe you won't beat them. But even if you put in a good performance and it's a draw, and then you play Chelsea at Old Trafford and you have a good record against Chelsea at Old Trafford, all of a sudden that's 3 games on the bounce where you've either won or you've played well, quote unquote. And then all of a sudden the narrative switches and then you play Liverpool soon after. And then if you play well against Liverpool, then all of a sudden people will have a run of games where Amarim should stay.
He'll catch life. That's what Ten Hag kept doing for a while. They were going to sack him and then he won some game and caught life.
Yeah. Yep. However, it could be a thing of if you get battered against City, maybe they pull the plug. So maybe that's the hope. if
But
the
I just
beating
think
is
it shouldn't
bad.
be like this guessing game is like so dumb to me because like I think he's already proven that he shouldn't be here. So it's just annoying that we have to like guess. Well, maybe if we lose here, or maybe if we lose there, or you know what I mean? Like
Do
I
you
feel
know?
like that's the issue.
Do you know what should have happened? United should have listened to Ralph Ragnick. I know he was like a joke of a manager for you guys, but as a sporting director, if you hear what he said, he done like another interview recently. He was saying that he basically told the board that X, Y, and Z needs to happen, and that you need like obviously he said open heart surgery before and
Yeah.
stuff. You guys should have just listened to him, and he recommended you. I read he recommended you guys to sign players. Who's it? Diaz, I think. Caicedo. He said. I think, to be honest, because he was supposed to stay as the sporting director when he after he was interim or something. I think you guys should have just listened to him, and I think you'd be in probably a better position.
Yeah, I don't think they would have listened to him. Obviously they didn't, but
But
Yeah,
United have had open heart surgery, but the doctor
have we?
who performed the surgery didn't go to medical school.
It was botched. It was botched.
It's true. Like,
oh my god.
Yeah.
but it's funny because if okay, let
They
me
got
ask you,
botched.
Sunshine. Forget your manager for a second. Just looking at your squad, how do you compare it to other squads in the league? If we just go United squad compared to everyone else's, where do you think you could finish? Forget the managers.
Like on paper, we should be top 10 on paper. At least.
I think
I can't say top 5 cuz maybe because I know my players and I just can't I can't with our leader and our captain as well. I can't say that.
I
I can't say we'll
think
get top 5.
I mean I think you on paper take away the managers. When I look at what the other squads have to deal with, and you guys playing one game a week, could you guys finish between 5th to 7th? Yeah, because Newcastle are in Champions League, Spurs are in Champions League, Villa are in Europa, Palace are in Conference. Nottingham Forest look up and down. Like you guys could finish between 5th and 7th, just based on squads alone, and that's why
Maybe.
United shouldn't be 15th, which is why it's even worse. Because
Yeah, with
Amram's
one game a
actions are
week,
supposed to
you
be-
guys should be way higher than 50
Yeah.
with one game a week.
check pies. Okay.
I mean, yeah, that's a great point. I think maybe I just can't see us being that high because I'm a little bit like damaged. Maybe I just can't really see that happening. But it's a great point because we do have one game a week. We're already out of one competition. We only have FA Cup left. So yeah, you're right. We should, but I can't trust. I don't know these players. You know, I can't trust.
It's the mentality. I think just
Yeah.
culturally, just everything's wrong. there,
And I
to be
think again,
honest.
it's relying on Bruno and players like that. It's never gonna work. It's never gonna work, and people can't see that because they'll say like I think there's a stat that came out over the weekend that I saw that like Bruno wins the possession most out of every other player. I don't know if you guys saw that whole like
Yeah, he's
stat
one.
thing that came out.
It
I
it
think
was
so,
weird
yeah.
because Bruno's won possession most out of everyone in the league, but yet
Right.
Caicedo has the most interceptions. So what does that mean?
I don't know where they get this from. Yeah, and he'll always be at the top of like chances created, but then like we can't score. So I don't know. It is a culture thing for sure. Culture thing. I think it's a player thing in terms of their mentality, and so we just have a lot of work on. We have a lot to work on, and that's what worries me too, because there's no time for that. We have to turn things around quickly, and I'm not expecting like to win the Premier League next season, but again, connecting it to Spurs, and I know people hate when I do this, but I have to because are they different clubs and is there different pressure? Yes, but the fact that Thomas Frank can come in and I can see something from him, it's frustrating for me. It is. Like I'm allowed to be frustrated with that because I don't see anything. I see scrambling, chaos, like he's not planning ahead. I think he reacts in games sometimes, his man manage it. man management in game is terrible. Like I don't like what I see when I watch United, and that's frustrating for me. So I don't know. You'll get 2 wins in a row. They're not good now, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what
But that's
happens.
the thing. United haven't won. Not only have you not got back-to-back wins in the Prem, you've not won 10 games in the Prem under Amarim. You also have 5 clean sheets in like 30 games or something. So
Jesus.
it's like,
Well, if you guys beat City, it will be 1 game closer to that guy cutting his hair. 3 more games after.
Yeah,
So.
and that'll be actually the first time we've won 2 in a row with Amarim. So
yeah.
if we beat City, which we'll see. City's not doing too well right now, so it could be anything that game. Honestly, it's a derby, so anything could happen.
That's
I mean,
the
I
funny
guess-
thing, right? Because last season, I know City were bad last season, but I thought they would beat you guys because I thought you guys were worse. But honestly, like when I saw you guys beat them, I was just
I
thinking about this
know.
game. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if you won. I'm not even joking. I wouldn't even be surprised because
that's
just
what
seems-
United do.
Yeah,
they turn up in
exactly.
big games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they'll put a
problem is-
result out of nowhere sometimes.
But the problem is, you guys can't beat like Brentford or Fulham and
Grimsby
Northside.
Town.
Yeah. Yeah, you just about beat Burnley. Like those
I
are the
know.
games
Yeah.
where you actually struggle against. But your players will turn up in the big games, which then makes people think, "Oh well,
It
Bruno's
gives them a
not that bad.
false illusion of the whole
He
thing.
dominated against Man City because that's what you guys do." So I guess now, because you play City and Chelsea,
We'll see.
you can win.
Maybe Prime.
Maybe
Maybe they'll get a result against Chelsea because you guys seem to somehow fumble it at Old Trafford usually.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll get a
Or not
result.
just coming back.
Oh my god.
You know what could happen? What if we actually ended up firing him because we played Chelsea? You know, we always tend to do that.
Yeah.
Fire
Oh,
manager and then
That was my worry like a
Yeah.
week ago. But then you beat Burnley, so
Yeah.
he's saying you beat Burnley, you get a good result against City, you're fine.
Yeah, he'll be in charge against Chelsea. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
so
confident. Yeah, he
that's
will.
not, even though our record at Old Trafford is poor, I am more confident now than it would be if Amram wasn't there. So
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure. He's young from Belgium League. Have you watched him?
no, I haven't. It like, I mean, he's not Onana or Bayern Deer, which I guess is a positive. But you're also throwing a youngish player with no real
Again.
like top 5 league experience into the biggest club in the world who are in a tournament right now.
And
It's
this
like-
is my biggest issue with our club. We do this all the time. We did it to Hoyland. We like how many times are we going to do this to kids? It's not fair. And now all the pressure is going to be on him. And if he makes a mistake, everyone's like, "Get him out of here!"
Yeah, but you guys have been doing this since Fergie left. Like people talk about Rashford now, but like I remember when he broke through, everyone loved Rashford. He was the hope for Man United. And for
Everyone loved Lingard as well. Back in the day.
exactly. People loved Pogba when he came back. You know, all these guys, and now it's you guys could end up. Look at how people are looking at Ahmad right now, and maybe,
Yeah.
but a year ago or 2 years ago, everyone loved them. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's people say it can't get any worse, but you know, you
It
guys
can.
didn't finish. You guys
It
didn't
can.
finish 17th last year, so if you keep this guy, you'll be in a relegation battle. And the
And
teams
if
that
we
got promoted
do-
are better. The teams that got promoted are better, by the way. Sunderland are actually a good team.
I know.
Burnley's midfield is quality. The rest of their team is meh, but their midfield is actually quality. And Leeds, they're getting relegated. But in terms of an actual relegation battle, if you guys don't
They'll
kick
play
on,
up
you
because
guys
we're
keep drawing
low
in.
key. Like that's a derby, low key. Like so, they're gonna play up against us regardless. Like if they're bad or not.
I think West Ham are worse than you guys. I think.
Oh no, I know, but playing teams don't. There's no fear factor with playing Man United.
Nope.
So for these lesser teams that we know Man United struggle against anyway, like Grimsby rested their main striker against United.
I didn't know
They
that.
sure did.
I
Like
had no idea.
it's that sort of thing. No one fears them. So if you guys like United and Spurs were kind of lucky not to be in a relegation battle because the relegation teams just weren't necessarily good enough to make it a bit.
Well,
competitive.
last season, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but now
we were lucky.
some of the teams are actually better. So, and United are worse. I don't know how that's possible, but you're worse than you were last year,
which is unacceptable.
Is it worse or is it about the same? Like,
it's worse because you have better players.
Right, fair enough.
Like, you can't blame Hoyland and Garnacho for going 20 games without a goal. You have Mbeumo and Cunha now, but you still play Mason Mount as a false nine. Yeah. So it's worse.
And I don't understand why that man loves Mason Mount so much, but
I know.
I remember he played him. Sky.
He literally said loves.
He played him in the final. I remember.
I had this discussion with on Mud Brothers yesterday with Sheik. Managers love players like Mount, McTominay, Henderson, Gallagher. You could put Dyer in that mix as well. Oliver Skip. Players who work hard, are good for the dressing room. They listen to tactical instruction. They're kind of leaders, quote unquote.
To be fair, Jose loved Dyer for some reason.
Yeah, Bruno Fernandes in that as well. So that's why, like, look, every manager Mount's played under, every manager has loved him. Lampard, Tuchel, Henderson, or not Henderson, Southgate. Like, it makes sense why Amorim loves Mount. I'm not saying he's a good player, obviously not. Right. But it makes sense why he loves Mount. It makes sense why he loves Bruno. It makes sense why he loves Dalot. It makes sense why he loves Luke Shaw.
No, it doesn't. Dalot doesn't.
He loves Maguire as well.
It does make sense. Because Dalot works hard and listens to tactical instructions.
But he's there's a difference between being a good player than actually being able to perform on the pitch. There's two separate things.
I know, but you're coming at it with logic. But managers have their biases.
Managers have favorites. It's been proven, I think, a lot now.
But like, I guess maybe I'm trying to understand, and I know you guys have like seen this for years, but yeah, if it's not good enough, then why are you trying to force it? Is my question.
I've had those questions for so many years at Chelsea, but I got to a point. The picture. I got to a point where I was just like, cool, I get it. These are players managers will just end up loving. So you guys have to be the first to go. That in 22-23, when Chelsea finished 12th, Mount and Havertz had to be the first to go, because if they stayed, Pochettino would have played them and we would have been worse. So those have to go. Gallagher, reason why I was so against him is because I know managers will love him. He had to go. I look at United right now. You guys have to go through the same, because if Amorim gets sacked now and then the next guy comes in, he will end up loving Mason Mount and Bruno and playing him. He'll end up loving Luke Shaw and playing him.
That's the thing. You guys have to get rid of these guys before you get a manager.
But like I hear it, but like the fans love. No, I shouldn't say they love Shaw, but Bruno Fernandes is. It's so.
Yeah, that makes sense why your fans also love like Bruno, because I saw it with Chelsea with Mount and with Gallagher. But it makes sense why the players and the managers will love them, but they're still not good, so they have to go. And that's my thing of like, as much as United have had a good window, but the players that aren't good but managers love are still there, which makes you even worse. You spent big
that's
money
why I kind of respect Spurs though, because Son was clearly like on the way down, and they were just like, "All right, you got your trophy. You don't have to stay." Whereas I feel like if it was at United, he would have still been here.
Well, it's not even Son, because like, even though I've been saying Son's been declining for a few years, at least he still has the quality of being able to finish. So at least he gives you something.
I would have kept him, by the way.
I would have
kept him, yeah.
If he
wanted to stay, obviously, if he look, we don't entirely know what happened, but if he wanted to leave, I would have said yes. But if he wanted to stay, I would have been happy to keep him, to be honest.
If you're someone like a Ben Davis, for example, look how long
he's been there forever.
Look how long he's lasted at Spurs. Look how long he survived at Spurs. Managers like him because he's good for the dressing room. He'll listen to tactical instructions. He'll give his all when he plays. He doesn't kick up a fuss. That's why managers people need to understand this is why things happen. So in order for it not to happen, these guys just have to go. See, it annoyed me so much.
My brain hurt.
Tuchel went from what Mbappe, Neymar at PSG to loving Havertz and Mount and Werner at Chelsea. It got to a point where I just realized, all right, fine. The manager isn't necessarily it's not that the managers are the problem because they're good managers, but well, maybe the Amram isn't, but the players, the managers love. So I need to get rid of the players then, because if you guys bring in Glasner will end up loving Mason Mount and Bruno and playing them. And then you guys will be sitting here in 6 months saying, "Oh, Glasner's not good," and then the next guy, and then the next guy, and then
it's just the vicious cycle, really.
Yeah, and then Mason Mount will be pushing 30s, still at Man United wearing the armband. So,
oh god, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Big up Dancy, how are you?
Big up
Dancy.
Yeah,
big up Dancy.
We're slandering Man United if you want to join.
Oh yeah, I came at the perfect time then.
Hey! Actually, I'm gonna put myself up here since I actually did win for once. So
I've been relegated. So
yeah,
this part.
it's the only thing that might get, so
you guys didn't win your games. Oh, sad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we also didn't have a controversial moment in it. It is what it is.
Hey, well, we also won the Champions League, so who cares?
Come on, man. Talk about this season, man. At least. At least.
Okay, well, I'll say that again in May if it happens.
Oh boy. Well, do you want to go to Tottenham, or we'll go to Tottenham since Charlie was here first? You played Bournemouth, and I didn't watch your game, so you'll have to fill me in on how it went at home. But you did lose at home, so after you beat City.
Listen, that I was saying backstage, there was the stat that whenever we've beaten City, we've gone and lost the game after. I don't know why this is a thing or like what it is, but that seems to be the stat, and it happened again, basically. Listen, Bournemouth at home, I thought we would win, but even if we didn't win that game, I didn't think we would be that bad. I mean, one shot on target at home against anyone is shocking. It's embarrassing, to be honest. I don't even put any of it on the manager because our players just melted in that game. I don't see what Frank could have done to change that, in the sense that I don't know what it is. We never, it was like literally from the first like 5 minutes of the game, you could see it. We just never got going. We never clicked in that game. And we conceded that goal. And this is the thing that annoys me. They scored in the 5th minute. 5 minutes they scored. We had 85 minutes plus stoppage time to respond. And we just did nothing. Like, our only shot on target of the game was some weak shot that the keeper just caught, basically. Like, that was it. And it was a game where, look, the problem, kind of looking at it objectively, the problem we had was, look, against City, and this was disappointing because I thought we played really well against City. I was actually really impressed with how we played in that game. But the difference was against City, we didn't have a number 10. We didn't have a number 10 against Bournemouth either. But against City, we can get away with it because we're very good on the transition. That's, for me, our team. Our biggest strength is playing on the counter-attack, playing on the transition. If you go back and watch from last season, if you go back and watch our goals, 95% of them are when a team leaves space and we can break, like when they've got men forward and stuff. And that's what City do. City give every team space, and it's just about whether you can exploit it. And we've just been good at exploiting it against City over the years forever. But Bournemouth, it's not necessarily that they sat back. Like, I'm not even talking about they came and sat in a low block. All they did was just not leave acres of space in the way City did. And it was a game where we couldn't get away with not having a number 10 because how often do I say this about Spurs? I've been saying it for so long. When a team, and this was even like when we had Maddison fit last season. I don't want to talk too much about last season, but I've just been saying it for so long. Whenever a team doesn't leave space, not even a low block, when they just don't leave space, we don't know what to do. We pass it sideways. We're so slow. We just don't know how to open up a team that isn't leaving space. And I thought Bournemouth, look, fair play to them. They deserve to win. They tactically got it spot on. They didn't leave us that space. And ultimately, they should have won by more. They were hitting us on the break.
They scored at the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, they scored in the first 5 minutes, and they should have had about 3 or 4 goals in that game because they were hitting us on the break. The only 2 players that played well in that game was Van der Ven and Vicario. So that tells you everything you need to know. Our centre back and goalkeeper were our 2 best players in that game. Listen, it was horrendous. Like, that is one of the worst performances I've seen in a while. Our players just didn't know what to do. They just melted in that game. And it just goes to show what I've been saying. Obviously, thankfully, we did get Xavi Simons, but coming into that game, we should have been way more prepared. And like I said, we did well in the first 2 games, but it caught up with us. The lack of quality in certain areas, especially the forward line and the creativity aspect of the game, caught up with us because we didn't know what to do against a settled team. So listen, it was a horrendous game. Look, if we had drawn that game, I'd be sitting here. If we'd equalized, I'd be sitting here saying that we robbed them of a point in that game. But look, we got what we deserved. That's all I can say. It was just one of those games where we were terrible. Bournemouth deserved to win, and that was that. The result was a fair result. So listen, I was annoyed. It was horror. It's not even just us losing. Like, I can sit there and say, look, we might lose this game, but we're unlucky. On another day, we probably win the game, but it wasn't the case. We could have played for hours and we wouldn't have scored. Like, constantly. It was like even at the end when we quote unquote put a bit more pressure on, it was nothing. It was just basically passing forward rather than just passing sideways, essentially. So I was annoyed. Horrendous game. And look, we have to fix up. It's as simple as that. But I'm hoping that with Xavi Simons, obviously that will solve the creativity problem. But it's not even just that. It's what if he's not available for a game? Then what are we gonna do? Like, we still don't, because Kulusevski's not back until January. Madison's out for the season, so we've still got issues there. And I'll just quickly talk about our transfer window, because what I will say is we actually had a good window, especially in comparison to most windows under Levy and Enoch. It was much better in the sense that the players we brought in are all good players of a certain quality that come into our first team and start immediately and can make an impact. But the problem we had is that we didn't bring enough of them. And the clear position that we missed was the left wing. And the reason I was just saying to you guys, I would have kept Son, is not only because I still think he has a year or 2 left in him, but also because we didn't directly replace him. Yes, you could say that, Kudus and Simmons kind of can help make up for it. But we didn't sign an out-and-out left winger. We got Kolo Muani, who I do think is a decent signing, who can play out wide, but he's more of a striker. So I'm okay with that signing, but it's the fact that we didn't get an out-and-out left winger, and there's a massive hole in that team. The players we got there, like Tell, Odebert, they're not good enough to start week in, week out for us. They're just not. We played Johnson on the left, who I'll tell you guys about Brennan Johnson. Unless he's scoring at the back post Brennan tapping, he does nothing. Like, he is non-existent. It's like playing with 10 men, basically. So
yeah,
that was my biggest frustration with the window. Look, it was, if I'm giving it out of 10, I'll probably say a 7. It's better than it was better than I expected coming into the summer, and it was better than the majority of windows. Because, like I said, each player that came in are experienced, good players that I'm happy with. But as always, under this ownership, we don't fix everything, and we haven't fixed everything. And it's not just the left wing. We have 3 fullbacks in the squad. You need 4 to kind of be comfortable with in case you get injuries or something. So we're short there. So we're once again, from now until at least January anyway, we're in a situation where we're just, as fans, we just have to hope that we don't get injuries. Right. And that's obviously a lot to ask, because last season our whole team basically got injured. So I don't know. Look, we've got a new manager now. We've got a new medical team. So hopefully it will change in terms of the injuries. But based on just the evidence we have, you can't count on it, to be honest. So that's the situation we're in. Like I said, we've improved, which is the most important thing. But again, we're still in a position where if we get injuries, we're in trouble. And that's always been the case for as long as I can remember. So, like I said, a better window could have been more, but much better than previously. In the Bournemouth game, let's hope we don't play like that again, because that's 90 minutes I'm never going to get back of my life. Genuinely.
Oh boy. Oh, fair. We'll see how Xavi Simons.
Like Xavi, I'm really happy with that. So Xavi's an unbelievable player. Like I'm shocked that we got him, to be honest. I never thought that our board would get a player like that. So there you go.
Yeah. You're muted, Duncy.
Where do you think you're finishing then?
Where do I think we're finishing? Ooh.
Yeah.
Now the window's closed, I can give more of a prediction. I would say we should at least be coming sixth. I think at least sixth. I'm not sure exactly where, but I think at least sixth. I would say.
More importantly, where do you think you're going to be finishing in the Champions League?
Oh, good question. Listen, we got look. No draw is easy in the Champions League, but our draw could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot harder than it is. I'm thinking with the teams we're playing, especially those home games, I think we can sneak into the top 8. I was very pessimistic about that before, but then now I've seen the draw. I think again it depends. Can we keep our team fit? Not get injuries. But I think if we can, I think based on the draw we have, I think I'm looking at top 8 automatic qualification. So, but let's see. Like I said, I could be wrong, but.
Yeah, I get that.
And then you play West Ham. So that should definitely be a win next week.
The thing is, we struggle at West Ham. Like they see us as like their rivals, like big rivals, and they often turn up. They often turn up against us. So, but I am expecting us to win. But with West Ham against us, you never know.
Fair enough. All right. Well, that we'll see how things turn around for you guys. But I think having Xavi will help for sure. But I don't know. We'll see.
Mateus Tell is not in your Champions League squad.
I saw that. Yeah. Look,
why?
We've had for some reason, I don't know why, we've had this problem with the Champions League or just European squad for ages now. Look, somebody had to be left out. I don't really have too much to say about that. Just based on our numbers, there was that was before the squad was announced. There were these rumors that like somebody like that, maybe you wouldn't expect to be left out would have to have been left out. So it is what it is. Look, hopefully, I'm not a fan of Tell really, but hopefully, because Spence was left out of the Europa squad and then he improved on that. So hopefully the same thing happens with Tell, but I'm not holding my breath.
Do you guys win a trophy this season?
Well, last season
I was expecting Donty to ask that question, by the way.
Do we win a trophy?
I'm trying not to be a fraud today.
Oh, did the loss humble you? Is that what's happening?
Oh, did the win not make you lot humble?
No.
No, to be fair, Don C's always been pretty humble. So
I don't think you know. Well, actually, no. To be fair, compared to other Arsenal fans,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I take that.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. But
when Tony and Igal exist, Don C is
oh my gosh.
That's
like the extreme though.
Yeah, but Prime, to answer your question, do we win a trophy? Well, first of all, I don't see it being the league or the Champions League. Like
why not?
Because I don't think we're good enough to win those trophies. I think there's just much better teams out there. But if you're talking the cups,
like Arsenal.
No, not Arsenal. Not Arsenal. There's many other teams you could have named. But anyway, in terms of the cups, look, a cup is possible because if we get a good draw, then you never know. We can maybe get to maybe one of the finals, hopefully win it. So Could we win a trophy? Potentially, but it would be one of the cups. I don't see it being the league or the Champions League.
Do you think your Spurs' focus should be on winning another trophy over getting
Yes.
into the top 4 again?
Yes. That's my opinion. I don't know if that will be what we do. I don't know if that's what the manager or the club will feel, but in my opinion, yes. For me, I would focus on what trophy we can realistically get and just go all out for that. That's because I said at the start of last season, before kind of the league was sort of finished for us, I said we should prioritize the Europa because I thought we had a realistic chance of winning it. I said it. I didn't say we would, but I thought we had a chance. So I said we should prioritize that, and ultimately, look what happens. So yeah, I would prioritize the most realistic thing we can win. Yeah.
Spurs?
I hope not.
Another trophy before Arsenal.
Oh, could you imagine?
We need it to happen.
We will be there.
Hey, a North London derby FA Cup final.
Oh
See
man, I'm going to the moon.
Leeds.
I can take that.
That would be crazy.
That's fine.
Because we've seen just about every other like rivalry in a final, right? Chelsea.
There's never been North London derby.
Chelsea, Man United. I think Arsenal, Man United have played in finals before.
Arsenal, Man United,
City.
Arsenal, Chelsea, 2002, Arsenal, Liverpool in 2001.
Yeah. All the top 6 have pretty much played each other in a final, barring like Arsenal, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs.
Yeah, we've never played them in a final. I don't think.
They've been good enough to get to the final. That's why.
And that would be crazy if you won against Arsenal because it. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
hold on. Dante, let me ask you the question I asked you before the Europa League final. Will losing the Spurs in a final, will that be enough to turn people against Arteta?
Okay, my fans are idiots.
Big up in sports.
Bro, it's hard for me to answer that. You would think that Spurs winning Europa in modern day football would turn a lot of these fans to against Arteta, but it didn't. It was like, oh, I hope next year.
Netflix.
No, it's not even Netflix. It's like a badly formed rerun. You know what I'm saying? It's pathetic, unfortunately. And Prime, I know exactly what you're trying to do. Yeah.
What am I trying to do?
Huh?
He's got
What
a
am I trying to
sneaky
do?
face.
Yeah. You see,
What am I trying to
Sunshine, though, Sunshine's been working with him for a long time, so we understand it. But no, if let's say somehow we met you in a final, FA Cup or even a Champions League final, to be honest, and somehow you lot won, I still believe they won't turn. I still believe they won't turn on Arteta.
Really?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Even then.
Hey,
Yeah,
Champions
because
League
stupid.
final. Oh my god.
Exactly. This is what
If
we're talking
Spurs
about.
beat Arsenal Champions League final.
I'll be honest.
If
If it's Europe, I'd back us against Arsenal because we got
Yeah,
the
but,
heritage in Europe.
none
In Europe,
really. Not against Arsenal.
Hey, relax.
in
Charlie,
Europe,
relax,
we're
Charlie.
talking about
No,
Europe.
That was crazy.
You're still playing
Champions
Arsenal
League,
winning, and
relax.
when it comes to big moments against Arsenal, you lot always flop. You know what I'm saying? So against
We haven't
Arsenal.
played in Europe though. We've never faced.
No,
each other.
we haven't played in Europe, but it's still, you know what I'm saying?
That's what, in Europe.
we got-
In Europe, it will be very different. I can tell.
No, it's fine because we go to the toilet and flush it down your own toilet. It's okay. Do you know what I'm saying? So you come to the carpet, get carpet burn. You know how it goes.
The carpet.
But to answer the question, I don't think my fans would even turn just because
That's crazy.
Spurs have won their first European trophy, first trophy in modern day football that's worth anything, to be honest. And I'm not even trying to take shots at you lot, right?
Yeah,
and
no, I
my
hear it,
fan
I
base
hear
and
And
most
I'm
of my fan base
six.
didn't turn then. So I can't see them turning on Arteta at all.
Yeah, but like it's a Euro. I mean, I think it's important, but it's a Europa League, so most people will disrespect it. But if you guys lose in a Champions League final, bro, I think I'm sorry, like that's not Arteta can't be like. This might be wild to say, but if Arsenal loses Spurs in a Champions League final, I don't think Arteta could be allowed to leave that stadium alive. I'm sorry,
No.
he can't.
You know, in other clubs, yeah, but then in this club, we probably talk about football or get one of
How
his
do you
children to
defend-
talk about
No.
football. Come on, man.
How do you defend that?
Or maybe he'll blame the ball.
Yeah,
Bro,
it's
Like, even if
Absolutely not.
even if Arsenal dominate the game and Spurs win out flukily, it doesn't matter. You still lost. Like
Yeah,
you
we
can't
still lost.
defend it.
Yeah,
can't defend
you
that.
see, with me, everyone knows my stance, but then my fellow supporters or a lot of the fan base will be like, no, let's go again next season. You see, this time we got to a final. Next time we're going to win it because last year we got to the semi-final. The year before we got to a quarter-final. Did you see that?
We got
Yeah,
2 free kicks versus Real Madrid. Let's go.
I hear
Let's
that,
go.
but at that point, Spurs. Not only do Chelsea have 2 Champions Leagues, Spurs will have a Champions League. It doesn't matter.
I get that. And thank you for throwing yourself in there. This is what I'm saying. You Arsenal.
And just let him keep talking, Doncy, because he got Garnacho, and I will talk to Prime about this because he kept saying
Prime,
that you weren't going to get
Garnacho.
We won't forget, Prime.
That is horrible.
So
no, look, but before we finish this segment, right?
And Garnacho's going to Arsenal in 2 years. So
no, piss off. Piss off. We'll talk about it after. Piss off, yeah? Piss off, yeah? But to answer that question, you're making sense to a nonsense fan base. Do you know what I'm saying? Because look how many seasons he's been here, and look who around us and what they've won, and people still ain't calling for his head.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This is what I'm saying. Like it's like this year. All of your clubs have sacked managers after they've won something or for less. Am I lying?
No, it's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
So just remember, this is Arsenal Football Club, the club that keeps on giving.
Hey,
but Don C as well. I've seen a lot of your fans continuously call the Europa League a tin pot trophy, and that we had an easy run. That's what I've seen from your fan base.
And like I said, my fan base are a bunch of idiots because I would have took the European trophy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we was in it for 8 seasons, and the best we could do was get in Baku by Chelsea or by Hazard.
That's why I say the Europa fine, but in the Champions League, I like losing the Spurs in the Champions League final. Your rivals, I don't think I don't know. I don't think anyone could defend that, bro.
Especially if your side has the better players.
You can't defend. You cannot defend that. No one can defend that. I'll be so
like
honest.
I said, you're making sense out of a nonsense fan base.
If Arsenal lose the Spurs in the Champions League final, you're not a real Arsenal fan if you defend that. I'll be so real.
Yeah.
To be fair, guys, neither team are going to get to the final, so it's very hypothetical.
Hey, you know what? I want none of you guys to win it, but if you guys both get to the final, if you guys both get to the final, I'd rather Spurs win. For the chaos, I'd rather Spurs win.
Prime, are you kidding? That's prime AFTV. I will have snacks.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, you know them at AFTV, especially AFTV, they'll somehow try to take a positive out of it, and because they got the loudest voice and they go they're basically the biggest platform for Arsenal, let's say right now, people actually listen to them and say, do you know what? Yeah, it's not as bad as people think it is because next season is just around the corner. Is what I'm saying. I've heard it all before. Like I said, for me, like if Arsenal lost in that final, like it's I'm also to say goodbye to football. That's what it is.
I hear it.
It's just a shame.
Speaking of Arsenal, we'll just keep going there. You lost to Liverpool. What was that game like? I caught the first half. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bored. I wasn't. I was
the
kind
free
of
kick. That free kick was insane.
Arsenal.
It was. I didn't see it live, but I did watch it back. It was very nice.
Arteta is a friggin' arsehole. Yeah, he played 7 defensive-minded players. 7. This is against a Liverpool team that hasn't been great for the last 2 games, and he put Moreno in midfield, and we had Eze on the bench. We had Ranieri on the bench. We had Trossard on the bench that could play in that position as well. And we had that supposedly injured Odegaard, which came on later on. So it was atrocious. You know what I'm saying? Because Liverpool didn't really offer much. Yeah, we were actually what it seems like. It's like it's not like we were defending for our lives. They didn't really do much to hurt us because Liverpool it's a lot of fast attacks, especially down the wings. They didn't really do that much. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even that boring. It was like a badly played chess game. That's how I saw it. And for me, I was defeated when I saw the lineup. That hurt me. Just because you got Declan Rice, which we all know was a runner. We had Subimendi, which is decent, but he needs to step up. Another failed managerial decision was to play Saliba when he got friggin' injured.
Yeah.
In
I
the
heard.
training.
He went down 5 minutes into
Yeah.
It's like this manager just doesn't fucking know when to just manage a team. You know what I'm saying? And it's disappointing. It's just disappointing because Liverpool was actually there for the taking, from what I saw, especially in the first half. But because he refused to change it up, like we saw a worldie of a goal. Could Ray have got to the ball? Do you know what? Yeah, some people say that if he had quicker feet, some people say if it went 2 hands. I just say it's a great goal. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. The curl on the ball was beautiful. Yeah, the way he hit it was beautiful. Yeah. So I'm not going to take anything away from that goal. And to be honest, we shouldn't actually be even talking about that. We should be talking about why Arsenal played the players that they did. Why Arsenal continuously playing Martinelli. And he was trash. Like, did you notice there was a point where I saw him protect the ball to go out for a goal kick? How the fuck does that happen? Do you know what I'm saying? It's disgusting when we're still relying on Martinelli when we've got bench guys now. It's not like 2-3 seasons ago where we didn't have any more options. We got fucking options now. I don't want to hear this. Eze's not ready. If you're on the fucking bench already, I don't want to hear that Odegaard's injured. Then fucking stay at home. That's what it is. I'm just sick and tired of Arsenal playing or Arsenal being defeated even before they go into a match like that. Because it was the same thing with PSG in the first match. And guess who was in midfield again? Moreno. This is what I'm saying. The dude that loves to touch the fucking grass, lay down, roll around like it's his bed. It's disgusting. And once again, my fan base protects this club from basically stupidity. But more importantly, yeah, Liverpool won, so big them up. What I want to talk about is Wirtz. Yeah? 125 mil signing to do what? Because in that game for me, he was another ghost. And the thing is, you could tell me that, you know what, yeah, he's still new, he's still learning out things. No. He came with a high price tag and even better reputation. And that's the kind of performances that we're seeing. This was one of the first matches, and I know what Prime's doing, yeah. This is one of those first matches where you wanted to see him bang. Because we could talk about.
I'm muted. I didn't say anything.
Oh no, it's your face expressions. Prime, we know you, bro. We know.
I didn't say anything.
And for me to be totally objective, I could talk about the same thing with Gyökeres. That's what I'm saying. But Gyökeres didn't. Gyökeres was half of his price tag. Yeah, you can see that Gyökeres is butch. You can see that we got him so late where we couldn't have a preseason. But I'm not going to make any excuses because he didn't do enough. But yeah, he wasn't our worst player. On Liverpool's side, Wirtz was non-existent. Yeah, and I'm only saying that because of the price tag that he came with. Okay, it's not his fault that came with a price tag, but then he's a price tag player and he came with a massive reputation. Do you get me? The best number 10 is going to be the best number 10 in the league now that De Bruyne is gone. Okay, you know what I'm saying? He was Casper like he was Casper. That's what I'm saying. The friendly ghost. He was nowhere to be seen. He was getting bullied off the ball constantly. If I'm lying, rewatch the match again. Do you get me?
He's not physical.
Sorry?
He's not physical.
No, it's not physical. But then you got to remember, this is a physical league. So you have to learn fast in this league. Otherwise, you're just going to be swept up. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, Liverpool won, and I'm not going to take nothing from them. It's just that for me, it was points dropped because of Arteta's stupidity. And that's one of the reasons why I don't want him to be here. Oh, yeah. His substitution, not one that he got forced to make, was after 70 minutes. Yeah? And he brought on a supposedly injured player. Then, instead of fucking playing Wanyeri, because what's going on with this whole Wanyeri thing? He can also play as the 10, right? Or on the left-hand side. But then he doesn't play him. He plays Dalman in 87th minute? Are you taking a piss? In front of Wanyeri, in front of Trossard, when we need a goal. Are you stupid? That's what I'm saying. It's like this dude, he's always trying to be like someone else, because who else did we see come on late in the game and actually done something. A Liverpool player, another Liverpool kid. Like Arteta, he's just carbon copy of every other manager, but in a very bad way, bro. Like see Arteta, he stinks, mate. He stinks. And then now he's got his players, talking about, oh yeah, well, you know what, we're used to playing with a night ball, and now we're playing with a fucking Puma ball. You know what I'm saying? That's Arteta through and through, bro. That's
the weight of the ball.
Blame the ball again.
It's like if we're not getting stupid comments from Arteta, now we're sending his minions to do it now. Yeah? Instead of just coming out and saying, do you know what, the game was for the taking, and I got the fucking thing wrong. And then he said, we had 5 attacking players on the field throughout the match. So he's calling Martinelli an attacking player, who is the worst left back in the top fucking 6. I mean, left winger in the top 6, right? Madueke, I can't believe I said this, and I can't believe I'm saying this again. And Prime, shut up, because you did say he's not as bad as what people think he is, and he had a great game, He was the best attacker we had, and I can't believe he said this, but I'm trying to be objective. And now that's 2 out of 5, So Gyökeres had, in my opinion, he didn't have a great game, but he got no service, because we got fucking that donkey Moreno, the prick, And then now the other 2 fucking attacking players that he's calling attacking players are our fucking fullbacks. Is this dude stupid? Do you know what I'm saying? When we have number 10s on the field, we have game changers on the bench, on the fucking bench. And then he will say, oh yeah, well, Odegaard was injured, so why fucking play him ahead of Wanyeri? Why put fucking what's his name on the left hand side when he came on? Eze. You get me? It's these little things. Do you know what the funny thing is? A manager is supposed to manage the team selection, and if that doesn't work, you manage in game. But you're managing to make us look even more pathetic, you donkey.
Don C, you guys need your guy Jesus back.
My manager had a board out. Okay, a board.
Did you know if your manager don't get any worse? Like, you know what I'm saying? There's only one Amron, and just remember he lost to Grimsby. This is what I'm saying. No matter what happens to Arsenal or any of us, that's here, throughout the season, you lost to Grimsby. You know what I'm saying? With your strongest team.
My former manager lost a semi-final to an injury-riddled Middlesbrough team, and we got tactically outclassed because they targeted so well. So
I was saying just before Don joined, we lost to Colchester under the same manager that Prime's talking about. So
I guess my question, because maybe I'm sure you guys can give me insight on this, is so you're talking about Wirtz, and then you have Gyökeres, and you have these players coming in from other leagues. We have Šeško. Is it unreal? Because I'm saying, okay, give them at least 10 games, right? But from what I'm hearing in terms of like a KDB impact, he came from Bundesliga as well, and I didn't see that part of his career. Is that not a realistic expectation? Did KDB come in and he was just like balling out of crazy? Like, is 10 games too much?
KDB had played in the Prem before for Chelsea.
Oh, before he came back?
He had been in the Prem before, yeah.
Okay. So I guess maybe he's not a good example, but is 10 games then, just for anybody that's new to the Prem, is that too much of a like window to be like, it's not going to work?
No, I hear what you're saying, but for me, it's more reputation. When the bigger the reputation, the bigger the expectation for me.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And even if you're showing signs of your ability, then taking time to adjust, I understand that. But because of his reputation and because he you can't see nothing at the moment because he's just out of all 3 games. This is why he should be spoken about. And you know what? He could do a total U-turn. But I can only go on what I've seen. And that's why I put Gyökeres as well in there before someone says, oh yeah, but Gyökeres had a stinker and he only done it against Leeds. Yeah, but then your first game, Wirtz was still non-existent. That's what I'm saying. And was it getting the player for 120 mil, then there has to be a lot of expectation on him.
Yeah.
It's
I mean
big
that's
money.
fair. That's a lot of money. So
I was
I
I was gonna ask you, what do you make of your transfer window? Would you give it like a 10 out of 10, like a lot of people I'm seeing do it? I mean, how do you kind of feel about
10 out
your
of 10.
transfer window?
To be honest, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Yeah. And I'm being very generous. The reason why I'm giving it a 9
you
out of
raised
10.
the rating because of Madueke. You saw that performance.
No. Piss off. Also, the only reason I'm giving that a 9 out of 10 is because we still got Arteta there, right? If we got a better manager in here, it'd been a 10 out of 10. And the only reason why I can even score it so high because there was a part of me that wanted to say 7.58, but there's a lot of positions that I wanted to be looked at and got players in those like set positions, like left back. At the beginning of the transfer window, I said we need a left back because Skelly, yes, good. All of the Haaland thing, I understand that, but first and foremost, you need to be able to defend. Yeah, we've got that. Right? We got an Eze profile. We got a striker now. You know what I'm saying? We got more strength from the bench. We got a what looks like a very good defender from seeing him against Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? Because he literally shut everyone up. You get me? So and a Zubimendi, which a player that we needed. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if we're gonna lose a player like Partey, because I think he's gonna be a good player. It's just that he needs to toughen up, especially when you're playing that position within the Premier League. And because we've addressed all of the positions that I've personally talked about week after fucking week, I can only give it a 9. And like I'm happy. I'm happy to be in this position because let's say even with a Norgard, he ain't as bad as people think he is because no one ever thought he was that great or that bad anyway. Yeah. Plus, we're getting what people don't realize is we're getting a captain as well, and that's very important for myself. You get me, especially in certain games in the league. Yeah, he's never gonna be, let's say, a Rodri. But look how old he is. But what he lacks with, let's say, the technical ability of a Rodri, he gains with the experience and just by being a captain. You know what I'm saying? That says a lot. We got Madueke. He's only played a few games, but he's looked pretty decent. And we all know I can't stand nonsense, right? I used to run joke at when he was at Chelsea, but he's looked good, yeah. But then that's comparing him to Martinelli. Is what I'm saying, right? So by that metric, we've actually stepped up, yeah. We've got Coquerez. We haven't had a striker since Aubameyang. This is what I'm saying. So in that metric right there, we've stepped up because it's either that or see Havertz and Moreno, and I really don't want to see that. And Jesus, who's always in the hospital. You get me? We've got a left back, yeah, Hikape, yeah. And I'm going to be one of those flip-flop fans that says, yeah, I used to watch him week in, week out. No, fuck that. I watched 20-minute videos of him. That's what it is. Yeah.
Oh, Hincape's quality.
Yeah. And from what I've heard from...
He's not necessarily a left back. He's more like a left center back in a 3. So the way you play,
Arteta will play him there because he loves playing.
He'll play left back. He'll play left back. So basically, what I'm just trying to say is that we have the position that we really wanted to get, the position that we needed. Yeah. So when it's time for the strength from the bench, we can go to our bench and have game changers come off the bench now. This is what I'm saying. We don't have to rely on, let's say, on a set half-fit Saka, because that's what we've been doing for the last 6 years. Right? Even no matter who's came in, we've always relied on Saka. Because if you watch even a lot of the earlier games, we'll say the first game or the last three pre-seasons, where we couldn't get the ball to Gyökeres, the first thing that Arsenal players did was go straight to Saka. This is what I'm saying. So the pressure's not going to be on him so much now. And we all know that Madueke plays better on the right side. Thank you, Prime, for that again. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the one that told me about that. So I went back to watch those kind of matches there. You get me? Yeah. So for me, I can only give it a 9 just because we've addressed every single position which we needed. Plus, yeah, and to add on to that, yeah, we've got a good goalkeeper in what's his face?
Kepa.
Yeah, Kepa, right? Forget he came from Chelsea. If he came from any other club, people will be singing his praises. He's a good goalkeeper, right? And to be honest, he's a great number 2. You know what I'm saying? He will get into most teams' first team. Man United would love Kepa right now. This is what I'm saying. And that's facts. Even Tottenham,
No, not over Vicario. No way.
Oh,
no way.
Debatable. This is what I'm saying. You're
Nah,
Tottenham and Michael.
no way.
We'll agree to disagree. This is what I'm saying.
It is what it is.
Agree to disagree.
No, but I get what you're
Vicario is one of our better
making.
players.
You have had a good window on paper, but all this talk of like you have the depth and using players off the bench and stuff like that, not having to rely on Saka. It makes sense if you had an actual competent manager, but you have Arteta who's not gonna.
That's the thing, because Arteta, like, I agree with what Don said. Like, when I saw your lineup, I was like, yeah, he does it in every big game. Like, he plays to like keep a clean sheet. Like, that's all his priority is in his head. It's like, don't let them score, don't let them score.
Yeah.
And that's I'll just say it bluntly. That's why he doesn't win anything. That's one of the main reasons.
Well, I would think that's frustrating because like
he doesn't know how to. He doesn't know how to go for it.
I mean, yeah, but okay. Don't see what like it. The way Arteta set up in the game.
Oh, brother, what do you want to say?
Don't look at me. No, the Arteta set up in the game to like win the game 1-0 from a set piece.
Yeah,
from a set piece. Yeah.
Last week, after the Liverpool game or after the Newcastle game, Slot came out and spoke about how poor they are from set pieces. You know how good Arsenal are from set pieces. I think that was the game to just win it from a set piece.
That's all his game plan is, Arteta.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The big problem, because you know how there was after the game, people were saying that Saliba got injured in like the warm up or something, and Arteta still played it. And when Saliba came off early in the game, Mosquera came on, and Mosquera played well, but from set pieces, how you guys usually block off the defender with Saliba, Mosquera didn't do that.
Yeah.
And your set pieces your corners weren't actually that good, ultimately,
in
terms of being able to score.
Not to be honest, the corner takers were poor.
And but I think also the actual routine itself in the box you weren't doing that. I think that was the thing. That's why Arteta still played Saliba, because he was hoping that they could get the goal early and defend and then take up Saliba.
I'll be honest, right? So, I agree with Don C. You have had a good window, but when I look at Arsenal's squad, people might disagree, but I actually think it's really unbalanced because this whole centre-back, full-back thing, I'm just personally not a fan of it. Like, I don't understand it. Like, having 4 centre-backs across the back 4, it's just so unbalanced to me. You need some attacking width from the back 4. It's the same, like, even the midfield. You guys don't have a number 8 in the squad. Like, you have either 6s or 10s. So, in that way, I just think, yes, you've signed like Eze. Obviously, you took him off us and everything like that. But look, I just think that you've got some good players, but I think you lack a bit of balance, if I'm being honest, to kind of really change it.
I agree with the balance thing. We have got number 8s, but our number 8s are just that poor. So they shoehorn them into strikers. Yeah. And that's the reality of it. Because just remember, Marino got bought to play number 8. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Havertz got bought to play number 8. Right? He's just poor. They're just very bad at what they do. That's what I'm saying. And I agree with you. This is why I said I need a left back, because like losing Tierney was massive. People don't actually understand how big it is. That's another captain gone. Yeah. And that's another captain that should be playing. With Timber, I can't even knock him, even no matter what position he started off. For me, he looks better as a right back just because he looks more secure in the right back position than a centre back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'll leave that side alone, for example. It was just more the left side for me that's very unbalanced. Because even the left side 8, we haven't got. Yeah. And that's where Havertz or Havertz profile should have been playing. But clearly he's not good enough. Nor is Moreno. Yeah. And it's been like a few seasons since our left side has been that poor. And we can see it all the time because that's where most of the teams score their goals. But guess what? The happiest thing come the weekend is Zinchenko's gone. That's what I'm saying. I don't care if I lost 1-0. Zinchenko pissed off. It's happy days for me, regardless. You get what I'm saying? So I can at least smile about something.
That's why the window's a 9. That's why it's a 9. He's gone.
Only on loan, though. He'll be back next summer.
Okay. No.
He's coming back.
That's why. If Zinchenko was still here, it wouldn't be a 9 window,
babe.
So, yeah. I guess we'll never know.
No, do you know what it is? Like I said, it's a 9 window, yeah. And Zinchenko's gone. So it's only happy days right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy. It's just the manager that's holding this club back right now. We've got the players. And I'll say it again, we do have the players to actually win something major, but it's just the manager and his decisions. And people could say, yeah, I'm wrong, because you know what? People are idiots. I understand them. But just look at the Liverpool, just look at the Liverpool lineup, and then you see why this manager can never win us a major trophy. Because if we ever got to a final, instead of just being like, do you know what, right? Let me just play my game, yeah? Let me play my game. Play beautiful football. You get me? You never know what happens, but he will go defensive and try to do a long throw, or try to take a free kick, or try to take a corner and get that elusive headed goal, right?
But that is Arteta's game.
Do you think he would do that?
That's his only game plan.
Speaking of our whole scenario in the UCL, if you were playing Spurs in the UCL, do you think he would have done that in the final?
You think he would have done that? Yeah. I think
he did it against us last year in the league.
Yeah, I think he will try to shoehorn in 8 defensive players.
Wow.
Or even 9.
Yeah, because it's against Spurs in a Champions League final. Like he'd have to do that, because he couldn't risk being attacking and then losing. You'd have to be defensive and just nick it on a set piece.
Crazy.
That's the only way. Like he'd have to.
Yeah,
but I feel like you have good attacking players though, like outside of the left.
Okay, we have brilliant attacking players, but he's scared to put them on the field together. It's like, okay, Sky, if you watched the Arsenal-Liverpool match, right? After they scored a goal, they were just defending. But yet we still had 2 pivots. Is what I'm saying? Take one of them off, put an extra striker on. I mean, yeah, extra striker or extra attacker. But yet, he just done 3 like-for-like subs. That's all he did. 3 like-for-like subs.
Again, that's just what he... Like, people need to... Arsenal fans need to come to the realization that season, 22-23?
Yeah.
That was an anomaly in terms of the attacking football you played. That's an anomaly.
Mate, that was the players. That was the players. That wasn't him. That was the players, bro. Because how he plays is very slow. It's like he wants to bore fucking teams to death. So they're like, okay, cool, I'm bored now. Here, take the goal, please. You know what I'm saying? He wants to put people to sleep, bro. He's like a lullaby that no one wanted. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's pathetic, bro. Like I said, go watch the last match and you'll see. He took off 3 players, right? And he put them on. He put on 3 players. It's like he took off our best attacking outlet player. And I can't believe I'm saying this again. Nonsense, 21 or 20. Yeah? He took him off to play Dalman instead of taking off Zubimendi, right? Make Rice stay at the pivot, right? So we have him there because they wasn't attacking us. You get me? Try and get as much attacking presence on the field as you can. As much. Show how much this means to you. Because guess what? We're losing anyway. There's no difference between 1-0 and 4-0. You still fucking lost. The difference is how you react. And he's supposed to be a reactive manager. He can't react or act. You know what I'm saying?
There's a difference between 1-0 and 4-0.
No, okay. For banter wise, yeah, I get that. Yeah. But a loss is still a loss.
No, I know. I'm not talking about banter. I mean, for the people that defend Arteta, they can defend losing 1-0 from a free kick. You cannot defend Arteta losing 4-0.
No, but the thing is, okay, the narrative there will be is that, you know what, yeah, we would have been 1-0 down here, so we would have lost the game, but because he tried to win the game, this is why the other team could score more goals, because he tried to win. So they'll always find a way to back him. Because I've heard this all before, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard all of that before. Yeah, because he's trying. He's trying to give me a heart attack. That's the only thing he's trying, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just pathetic. Like I said, Spurs won their first trophy in how many years? They sacked a manager. Yeah, Amran, stay forever. Cool. Yeah,
he's not
like you, man. You man are up on a trajectory. This is what I'm saying. Like Chelsea are getting better and better and better every single week. You can see it, and you've got a good manager that knows how to change things in game and pick out a good team against an opponent. then my team picks 7 defensive players against an opponent. May that fucking make sense?
Do you know what it is? It's with Arteta, his ego will stop him from changing it. Like he'll die on a hill for what he's doing, basically.
That's why. What?
That's why. I don't know. It's just the way he is. That's just the impression I get of him.
From being Pep's bitch boy, because he thinks that all of the trophies that he won with Pep, like he got some of that. Is what I'm saying.
Well, Don C, he does try and claim the Community Shield, so
yeah, he does go like he does do that, bro. You get what I'm saying? And that's the best looking play I've ever seen. You hit me.
Or there's, I mean, a lot of Arsenal fans that I saw, they were celebrating the "We hijacked Eze" trophy. So
yeah, do you know what? Right, I'm happy we took Eze off you lot because he's a good player. He's a good player, man.
Yeah, of course.
To take a player like that off your
I was fuming.
Rivals,
so I'll just admit
I'm about that, bro. I'm about that. I'm gonna be going on like, oh yeah, Spurs, they're shit there, because when you put it in hindsight, they still won a trophy last season, and we still
that's what I was trying to tell a lot of Arsenal
fans. To get one over you lot, I'm cool with that. That's what I'm saying. But in the reality, we can get like who's the best player right now? Yeah. We could have a Rodri in our team, yeah. We could have a Lewandowski in our team. We could have a Yamal in our team, and Arteta still finds a way to fuck shit up. That's Arteta, bro. I've just got used to it now.
Yeah,
and this is why, Doncy, because we were speaking earlier about signings and stuff and expectations. I understand you with what Gyökeres is supposed to be. You expect him to get 20 goals, but this is why I said, because I know what Arteta is. Gyökeres will not get 20 goals.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah,
it's definitely not. It's not unfortunate.
Well, for him, it is.
And it's weird because, like, I agree with you. You have had actually a very good window. You've had a very, very good window. But
yeah, listen, I've been
ultimately it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make
no. And also the reason why I believe that we've had a very good window, because we've never had a window like this before. Like normally, you got to remember, we've only like back in those days we bought a Lacazette, then we bought Ozil the Lacazette, then we bought Aubameyang in the thingy, and then Alexis Sanchez. That's what I'm saying. So we've waited a few windows to buy maybe 1.5 good players. This window, we just went all out. Is what I'm saying, because
you guys are feeling the pressure.
Arteta's feeling the pressure. Pause, yeah, and I'm glad that he is. I'm glad he's feeling the pressure. Is what I'm saying, because this is not good enough. How many more months or how many more seasons does it have to take until people realize that this fraud ain't good enough? You get me? Yeah, he won the FA Cup in his first season. That's money in the bank for 18 more months. Just 18 more months, because that's what it is. If he won a Premier League, then I'll give him, well, now if you won a Premier League, yeah, I'll give him 6 months until I start calling him out again. 6 months.
Fair enough. Okay. Chelsea. How you feeling over there, Prime? Got Garnacho going down the wing.
That's a horrible signing. That's horrible.
And I love it for Prime because he was so sure. He's like, we're not getting him. We're not.
Yeah, but do you know why I said that? Because nothing had changed. We hadn't bid for it.
Yeah.
At that time I was right. But on Tuesday, last Tuesday, when we offered you guys Tariq Jordan a swap deal, I had accepted that the deal was going to happen. And then on Wednesday, this time last week on Mike's channel, we spoke about the whole Garnacho stuff, and I had like a mini crash out rant on like Garnacho and our whole window and everything. But now, like after that, I'm just like, it is what it is. Like, let's just see how it all pans out. Garnacho, I know we're gonna get rid of it anyway, so like, because I don't want him to be here. My annoyance is the price we paid and you guys getting the 10% sell-on clause. That's annoying.
Yeah.
Because I don't see. I would have been cool with 25, 30, because then you could flip the money to like 50, 60, and it's fine and it makes sense. But for 40 mil means if you flip it, it's 80. No one's paying 70, 80 mil for it. And whatever money we do get, you guys have to get 10%. So it's just kind of annoying on that part. But whatever, is what it is. I listen. People can laugh, which is fine. He's a bad player and all of that, but like at least I know my club will be gone within a year or two, and Mason Mount will still be
that's
at
true.
United, and Madueke will
Hold
still
that,
be at
Dante.
Arsenal. Then Zinchenko will probably still be at Arsenal. Spurs will
Yeah.
probably still, Spurs will still have Richarlison.
Yeah,
Whatever.
we will.
Okay. I don't think. Listen, I also don't
Oh,
think.
and Man United
Arsenal-
will have Amrin. Let's
No,
Yeah.
no.
No, they won't have Amarin, but they'll have another manager that's better.
We'll have Bruno.
I don't think. Listen,
They'll
if Chelsea
have Southgate.
if Chelsea get anywhere close to, if we get 80 mil for Garnacho, I'll be real. We might need to get investigated for.
That's crazy.
How we
No,
keep
there's
doing
no way.
How we keep if we get 80 mil for Garnacho, like Arsenal.
Not even Chelsea could pull.
No,
Sale.
don't call my name.
No. What I'm gonna say is, even Arsenal and Arteta that buy our players, like I don't. Now you have Berta. I don't think he can sanction 80 mil for Garnacho. Like,
Oh, I would.
because
love
I
that
expect Garnacho to perform better because Chelsea just have a better team, better environment, so he'll look better, right? And maybe he'll improve a bit, but he still won't be that good. And like, I just don't know. The teams that are stupid enough to pay that money are Man United and Arsenal. Man United just sold him. Arsenal now have Berta. So to get the big money we want, like, and PSG are moving good now. They're not spending stupid money on players now. So like, whatever.
The thing is though, Prime,
him.
I think Bino Gittins will start ahead of him. I think he's a much better player.
I agree. I mean, Gittins is not even starting. It's Neto that started from the left.
Oh,
That's
Neto.
also why I kept saying. That's also why I kept saying to you guys, the deal. I didn't see it happening because it just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
We have two wingers ahead of him. So, and also we have Quenda, who's out on loan at Sporting, who's coming back, who is a baller, and he starts ahead of him. So, like, whatever. Like, Garnacho talking about how, I was a Chelsea fan growing up because of Hazard. No one cares, bro. No one cares. Like, I'm more so annoyed at like how the window ended, regardless of like the Garnacho stuff.
Prime, why didn't you guys get a goalkeeper? That for me was the clearest weakness in your team.
Really? You don't think he's better than Donnarumma?
Prime,
Who?
I will meet
Sanchez.
you right now.
Yeah, you don't think he's better than Donnarumma?
What?
No.
You don't think Sanchez is top 5 shot stoppers in the league?
Top 5 worst shot stoppers, maybe.
Okay, we're done with that.
No, I'm asking these questions because that's what I get told. So I'm just asking.
Right.
Okay, cool. So
Is
no one
that
agrees.
like the biggest, I guess, disappointment?
I wanted a new goalkeeper, but I knew we weren't going to get one. I understand why we didn't get one because Penders is the long-term future in goal for Chelsea. So I don't like that he's here. Whatever, fair enough. A big problem I have is going into this window, we needed a centre back anyway. We got Hato, who can play left centre back, and can play as a left back and invert, so he's fine. But then Cole got injured, so we need another centre back who can play in the middle of our three. Maressa spoke before the season started about how important it is, how important Cole and Tosin are for build-up in the middle of our three. And we saw it against Palace. If anyone watched our game against Palace, we were very, very slow just progressing the ball out the back because we didn't have anyone in the middle that could actually do that without Tosin playing and Cole playing. Cole, I assumed he'd be out for most of the season, if not all of the season. But he got added to our Champions League league phase squad. So maybe he's going to be back quicker than expected. Fine. But as of right now, we only have Tosin who can do that job in our defense. And Tosin just can't really play every game. And assuming Colwell is out, like, long term, if Tosin goes to AFCON, because he's now, like, switched to play for Nigeria, if he goes to AFCON, during that Christmas period, we won't have anyone who can do that in our defense. So the only hope is Lavia stays fit, because Lavia can then drop deep and help us progress the ball out because he's very press resistant and he's good on the ball. But I can't trust the Lavia to stay fit either. So that's why, like, I was very happy with the window in the first half of it, but the second half of it, not getting what we needed to get. And then I guess even the Garnacho part, like, brings my rating of it down. However, regardless of all of that, I trust Maresca enough for us to do what we need to do this season. He's going to have to do it, even though we have the hindrance of, like, not getting what was needed. Because Maresca did it last.
Do you think you're winning a trophy? I'll ask you the same question.
Definitely, yes.
Oh, definitely.
So what's needed for
you asking me that question is disrespectful. I'm Chelsea. But yes,
I read that. So you said Maresca will do what's needed to be done. What is needed to be done? Just any trophy, or
I want to win one of the 2 domestics because I know we're not winning the league. Champions League, I think we can win. However, I have a big fear going to the Bernabeu with Sanchez, or going to the new camp, or the Parc des Princes. I have a very big fear of that in 2 legs. Because I think, like, player for player, I think we could match any team in Europe. I think performance-wise, we can match any team in Europe. But my worry is individual brilliance against Sanchez. Well, it doesn't even have to be brilliance. My anything against Sanchez is a big worry for me because I don't expect him to replicate what he did against PSG in the Club World Cup final. People talk about Sanchez being better than Onana. The only reason he looks better than Onana is because Chelsea's defense is better than Man United, and we're coached better than Man United. The same way Onana looked brilliant when he played at Inter Milan because of Inzaghi and their defense. But yeah, I think we'll finish 3rd. We'll challenge for the league, but ultimately Liverpool will just end up winning it, and City are better than us. And I have a finishing above Arsenal because I trust my manager to use my squad better than I trust Arteta to use his squad. So yeah.
Yes.
We'll see. I mean, it's early, and you guys play Brentford next away, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Big up, Ravi. Big up.
It's just annoying because I'm so, like, Chelsea are, like, they're so close. We're so close to actually doing something because even with Isaac and everything, Liverpool defense, we just still don't look good. Like, we're so close, but you know.
And that's what would frustrate me more, not to go back to Arsenal, but, like, knowing how poor Liverpool have been defensively, to still not try, that's such a good point.
And just remember, we're the only team so far not to score against Liverpool. A 10-man Newcastle did. Just
scored twice.
We're so, like, Chelsea are so. If we just got the goalkeeper, even not even the center back, just the goalkeeper, like, we could really run it down with Liverpool because they've still, by the way, guys, they've still not won a title race in the Premier League era. They've not won a title race. They've lost every one they've been in. So I believe we could run them down if we just had a top goalkeeper, but we don't.
Did you guys even try to go for Donnarumma at all?
Don't speak to me.
Yeah, that's who you should have got.
We were but Sanchez is better than Donnarumma, so who cares?
It's very weird.
Hey, but when I say it, I get hate, so maybe you can say it, Sunshine. People like.
I don't. Yeah, Sanchez is not a hill I would die on because you will get exposed immediately. So that's just me, though. So speaking of the predictions, I actually got Chelsea Fulham right, and it was a derby, so I got 6 points for that. I'm just saying. But it was kind of like, I think Tottenham and City messed everybody up because a lot of people either had draws or Tottenham winning or City winning, and they didn't do that. So there's a lot of no points for that. I didn't get points for either of those. A lot of people didn't. And then Liverpool, Arsenal also kind of messed people up as well. I don't think anyone got a point for that. Oh no, Endz did. So because he had Liverpool winning, but it was not a very high point week, which makes sense with these two teams losing. So
Arteta messed me up.
Yeah.
Nothing new.
As usual.
Yeah. So coming here, this is what we have now. with the scores. So this helped me out a lot because I was behind. So yeah. So that's that. We're going into week 4, which I know is not this weekend, but the weekend after, but we can get this done really quick. And I guess we'll just do one match for everybody and then go to the next one. So Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest. Anyone can spew out their prediction. Shout it out. Should be
2-0
interesting.
Arsenal.
Okay. I think that was Prime. Was that Prime? Was that Dante?
That said that. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Prime. I'm sorry.
Why did he just dart skin us?
No, I wasn't even looking at the screen. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
To be fair, how long Saka out for?
4 weeks. He should be back a week after for the Newcastle game.
Is Saliba out still as well, you think?
Yeah. No, Saliba will be back.
He'll be back.
He's just twisted his ankle.
3-0 Arsenal.
Wow.
Arsenal Forest. 5-0 Forest. No, I'm joking.
Like a true Spurs fan.
No,
Wow.
Unfortunately, 2-0 Arsenal, I think.
5-0 for no way. Not
West
in my
Ham
wallet.
Spurs.
This is a tough one because this can go either way, innit?
They turn up against.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And because they won their last match,
how many did they score last week?
They beat Nottingham Forest 3-0.
3-0, that's right.
Week. Yeah.
No, I say 3-1 Spurs.
I went 2-3 Spurs.
Yeah, I'm saying 3-1. 3-1 Spurs.
Prime?
2-0 West Ham.
Okay.
Oh,
I like it. Okay. Spice it up.
Yeah.
Brentford Chelsea.
Tough one. What was Brentford's last game?
I don't know.
Brentford Chelsea. 0-0 for me.
0-0.
0-0. Yep.
All right, just because I said you'd lose. Oh, okay.
No, it's not that. It's based off your record there.
So Brentford lost to Sunderland last week, 2-1.
Chelsea 3-1. 3-0.
Ooh. What attackers did Brentford have?
Latara and Nelson. Now.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, it'd be typical Reece Nelson to get something against Sanchez, wouldn't it? 3-1 Chelsea. 3-1 Chelsea.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I think I'll do that too. I think they'll score one just because who you have in goal. Burnley versus Liverpool.
4-0 Liverpool.
If Words, who was that?
3-0.
3-0
Liverpool.
I think I'm gonna do that too. Prime?
I don't know if it'll be 2-0 or 6-0.
That's fair.
I don't know if Liverpool will struggle but get the win or they just batter Burnley. 2-0 Liverpool, 2-0.
All right, this is a derby, so if you get it correctly, you get double. I'm going.
Was last week double points as well? Liverpool Arsenal.
For me? Liverpool Arsenal, yes. If it's a derby.
Okay.
So
Liverpool Arsenal was also
derby, right?
Well, no, but it's a top 6 game. So does that count?
No.
Okay. First.
I should probably highlight this one though.
See, this is a tough one because you lot beat them at this fixture last season, isn't it?
Yeah, it's at the Etihad.
Yep.
We did. Yep.
Ahmad.
Yep.
I reckon 3-2 City.
This is a tough one.
I wouldn't be surprised either way. That's the thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't even be surprised.
I'm going off last season, and it's easy for United players to get up for this game. It's a no-brainer.
I don't know if Cunha's out though. I haven't heard anything. So he
but Fernandes will play a masterclass and all is forgiven with him.
I don't think so. I wouldn't say Bruno would have a, but that's just me.
So Cunha could be out. Will Mbama will be out as well?
No, Cunha got hurt our last game.
Okay. And Mount is also out as well because it was reported that he's going to miss the Chelsea game. So he'll be out for the
did
season.
he get hurt?
Yeah. So
I didn't see that.
Sesko 9. Changing the squad.
Or Xerxes.
I wouldn't say Amron would play Xerxes. No, I'm just being honest.
Okay, no, I'm sorry you're going to lose then. 2-0.
He would start Sesko over Xerxes.
2-0. 2-0 City.
I need to look up this Mount thing.
You know what? This is when United get their back-to-back win.
Oh God!
I think it's been so long. Like it has to happen now.
Then all will be forgiven.
To be fair, if they do it, it probably would be against like City or something.
Yeah, it would have to happen now. City are just not good defensively. United do well in big games. It's at the Etihad, right? Yeah, even the Etihad doesn't matter.
Yeah, true. Man United like to punch above their weight. So yeah.
And like you have a better goalkeeper. So even though I don't know how good Le Mans is, just the confidence boost, like I guess would help. Your players will go away to international duty, do well, come back with a bit of vibes.
Yeah, Mount's looking like he's not available at all. 3 to
That's
4
not
weeks. Which is good because Hammerin won't stop using him.
2-0 United.
2-0.
2-1. 2-0, 2-1. I don't know.
I don't think our midfield could hang. I'm sorry, but maybe.
But you'll sit and defend.
Yeah.
If Pep plays the same lineup he played against Spurs, it's too exposed.
Do you think he would though?
I mean, Pep's Pep, so probably yeah. And Rodri's not 100%. But if you guys get chances, will you take them?
I think so. We've been doing it. We just haven't made them. But again, that's with Cunha. But it looks like he could be playing. From what
I'm sticking with what I said. This is when you get your back-to-back win.
So what's the score?
Like 2-1 United, 2-0 United.
What do you want me to do? Does City score or no?
I don't know.
It's really
you know what? I'll be brave. I'll say 2-0 United.
Wow. You have more faith in me.
Wow.
I just think like law of averages, something has to happen now and get back to back. If you don't get it now, it's not gonna happen with Amram.
I don't want it to happen, so he gets sacked.
I know. But he's not gonna get sacked for a while. So my point is like it has to happen now. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right. We got that in. Thanks for joining, guys. Had a lot of fun. And yeah, we're on international break, so probably not stream next week, but we'll see if anything crazy happens. But is there anything you guys have going on? Everyone's channels are in the description as well. So if you have any streams or anything coming up for international break, is there anything you want to shout out before we end the stream?
Yeah, I'll be for those interested. I'll be live tomorrow, 5 p.m. UK time for my Spurs Newcastle podcast with Newcastle fans. So stay
Nice.
tuned if you guys want to check that out. Yeah, 5 p.m. tomorrow. So yeah,
That
that's
should be
when
fun
I'll.
with Wissa and
Yeah, there'll be a lot to talk about there.
yeah.
So 5 p.m. tomorrow. That's when I'll next be live. So there you go.
Awesome. Don C, I was watching your stream a little bit the other day.
Yeah.
Anything coming up?
No, I haven't got nothing coming up. I might just do a quick show, maybe Friday. But for me, it's just it'll just be a last minute thing. I'm just happy that Arteta can't piss me off this week. Right? So it's just one of those things. Just people, sorry.
Sorry, I was reading the private chat and I answered out loud. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
speaking
just
of
people just make
Arteta,
sure you like and subscribe. That's what I'm saying. And as usual, Arteta, get the hell out of my club.
speaking of Arteta, is it true he said something about a rebuild? I saw that quote on Twitter, but I don't know if it's real.
Look, right. Do you know what? The show has now ended. Yeah. Continued.
Dancy said, I'm done. Dancy said, I'm done.
Cool.
Yeah, he's had enough of Arteta for one day.
Don't make me go looking for evidence myself. Don't make me go.
Bro.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, I'm live at Mike's in a few minutes. And
Yeah, we'll redirect to there. So that'll be great. Is that your weekly stream with Mike's?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And
Great.
we're gonna, I guess, talk about Chelsea's transfer window and Garnacho, and we'll laugh at Arsenal. Well, that's always great. But yeah, I guess that's about it. Also subscribe to Sarcasm City.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Mike's is happy for once. He's not crashing out. He's put down the boxing clips. But subscribe to Sarcasm City TV clips and subscribe to everyone here as well. Subscribe to all their channels.
Great. Awesome. Well, thanks again for joining, guys. And thanks for all of you in the chat for joining as well. As always, everyone's links are in the description box. We're going to head out here and enjoy the rest of our evening. And Don C might have said Arteta out, but I'm going to say Arteta in. So
Arteta in forever. Phase 10.
Everyone have a good evening.